Head flagman Stubbe has the green flag ready to go. Looks like we're going to be hitting the green right away, not wasting any time out there. Once again, Whitcomb and Thompson, your front row. Bierman and Hugel in the middle row. And then the last row is Robert Jones. As we're green flag is out, we're racing in your Worthington Bombers. Brought to you by After Hour Graphics. Into turn number 1 we go. Whitcomb to the inside, and Thompson's going to ride around the high side, try and build up the momentum. He's going to take the early advantage on the back straightaway. Bierman's going to chase him into turn number 3 to the high side of Whitcomb. He's going to make a 3-car situation. Whitcomb gets a little loose on the bottom side coming off of turn number 4. He gathers it back up. We're still clean and green. Bierman now to the inside of Thompson as they come through turns 1 and 2. Trying to get the drive off the low side. Bierman's got the drive going. Thompson's got company to the inside. Thompson's going to ride that high side. He's trying to get that thing wound up on the momentum built up, but Bierman's got the drive on the low side by side for the race lead. Bierman had the position that time by, but Thompson's going to battle back on the high side, build the momentum up. He's got the run coming off of turn number 2. It's still side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Into turn 3, Bierman's got the advantage on the low side. He's going to try and drive it around the short way around. But here comes Thompson back to the high side, not letting him go, still side by side for the race lead. Oh, trouble for Bierman, he's up in smoke. Oh no, tough break for Bierman as his car goes up in smoke. He's still trying to drive it down the back straightaway. Spraying for the Mosquitoes as he goes into turn number 3. That gives Thompson the race lead. Stubbe pointing and letting Bierman know that he is smoking a big one out the back of that car. That's coming straight out the exhaust too. That's no good for his car. Thompson's still your race leader with 2 to go. Coming to the white flag this time by for the 165 of Robert Thompson. Bierman holding on to the second place position so far with Whitcomb in third. And we got water pouring out of the 727. Coolant is pouring out of Hugelin's car. But into turn 3. And into turn 4 we go. The 165 of Robert Thompson had some pressure early on, but drives away for heat race number 1 winner, Robert Thompson in the 165. Holding on to second position is a 16B of Bierman. Third place goes to Brent Whitcomb. The 727 holds on with some water pushing out. For 4th and 5th goes to the 75 of Robert Jones. Inside row number 3 is the 17J of Chris Johnson. To the outside, the 16 of Scott Jones. Shotgun on the field will be the 76 of Aaron Fisher. Heat number 2 in your After Hour Graphics Worthington Bombers out here on the track, ready to go green off of turn number 4. Into turns 1 and 2 they go. Kent Miller has an early race advantage coming down onto the back straightaway now. Corey Gromwald in the 17 holding on to the second place position as we got a side-by-side battle momentarily for third. The 16 of Jones falling back into the 4th place position. That is a 76 of Aaron Fisher coming from the back row and has now the 3rd position as a battle for the lead shaping up between Gromwald and Miller. The 23 of Miller has a back bumper full of the 17 of Gromwald. Would normally be Evan Shetler, but he wasn't able to make it, so Corey Gromwald hopping into the car for him so he can keep points on the season. Off of turn 4 this time, we're going to see green still out, or still green. Kent Miller still your race leader with Gromwald hunting him down, trying to find any way he can to get around the car. Battle for the lead still shaping up. Still your closest battle on the track, the 76 of Fisher riding in the 3rd spot, followed by Scott Jones in 4th, and rounding out the field is the 17J of Chris Johnson. Green-eyed, 2 to go this time by for Kent Miller, your race leader, being hunted by Corey Gromwald. Down the back straightaway they go. Gromwald running the high side, trying to build the momentum up, but Kent Miller had the drive off the bottom. Into turn 3 they go. They got a lap car showing up. Chris Johnson's going to be in the way. What will Miller do? He's going to run to the high side, slams the door on Gromwald going to the white flag. Now Gromwald's got the high side run. He's on the outside of Miller. One last chance down the back straightaway. Who's going to have it? Miller still has the advantage going into turn number 3. Here comes Grunwald to the high side. Going to swap the momentum. Will he cut down to the inside? Drag race down the front straightaway. It's going to be Miller. Your heat race winner with Grunwald rounding out second, followed by the 76 of Aaron Fisher, Scott Jones, and Chris Johnson. To his outside, the 47FS of Daniel Isker. Inside row number 2, we see the 28C of Christopher Vandekieft, and to the outside, the 04Z of Zach Vandekieft. Inside row 3, we got the 29X of Jason Bolte. To the outside, the 07 of Brooke Osler. Inside row 4, we see the 46S of Jared Sloss. To the outside, the AK of Katie DeVries. Shotgun on the field will be the 7 of Miley Joanne, who comes to us from Farmington, New Mexico. Long haul driver coming up to the Iowa area and Minnesota area for some racing. Green is out. We're underway. That green flag dropped, and both Bolte and Katie DeVries just drove it straight to the front. They started deep in this field, and they made no doubt about it. They were making their way to the front in a real hurry. We're side by side for the third spot currently as we have the 04Z of Vanderkeep, Jernowski, and Osler battling it out for the number 3 spot. Vanderkeep was able to drive away from that battle as they're still side by side for the 4th spot. 28C of Vanderkeep now gets passed by the 7 of Joanne. Miley Joanne gets that position, is moving forward, no! The 7 of Miley Joanne gets loose coming through turns 1 and 2 and ends up nosing in to the berm down to the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Just close racing down there. Stubby's giving them the sign. We're going to go green off of turn number 4, this time by Katie DeVries, your heat race leader, followed by Bolte, Vanderkeep, and Osler. Jernowski rounds out your top 5 as we are green flag racing off of turn number 4. DeVries drives it off of turn number 4, trying to drive away from Bolte, but Bolte's going to chase her down. Into turn 1 they go. Bolte looks a little bit lower as DeVries tries to keep the momentum up on the mid lane. Battle for the 3rd position between Osler and Vanderkeep as Osler takes the position over Zach Vanderkeep. Now Vanderkeep back out to 4th, and the other Vanderkeep, the 28C, is going to ride really high through turns 1 and 2, trying to build momentum up on the 71 of Jernowski. Into turn 3 they go, drives it really hard in the corner, slides it up into the track, and drives it back down. As green high in the air, 2 laps to go, smoke starting to show out of the 07 of Osler. White flag this time by for the 8K of Katie DeVries. Bolte's trying to chase her down any way that he can. Smoke's showing out of the 07 of Osler. Osler in that 3rd position, followed by the 04 of Vanderkeep and Jernowski are top 5. But through turns 3 and 4, has plenty of cushion between her and 2nd place. Looks up, checkered flag is out for the 8K of Katie DeVries. 2nd goes to the 29X of Jason Bolte. 07 of Osler. Zach Vanderkeep and the 04Z followed closely by the 71 of Derek Jernowski. 28C of Vanderkeep. There's a quick battle there, and the 46 gets the position over for that position. Once again, your heat race winner, the 8K of Katie DeVries. For your Big Orbs IMCA Modifieds, once again, that's Roger DeMore, Jordan Rogotsky on row 1, Jesse Rogotsky, Benjamin Chikutsky, Don Gerritsen, Cole Bentz, Chris Polsrock, and Dalton Majors. Your 8 cars for 8 laps around the Worthington Speedway. Through turns 3 and 4, the RPMs come up, getting them up on the bars. Here we go. Green is out. We are underway. Jordan Rogotsky off to the early race lead as Roger DeBoer's got a back bumper full of many a car as Rogatski was knocking on the back door. Now Betts to the outside of him. DeBoer's falling back. Held up Rogatski. Now he's got a long way to go to make it to the front. Benjamin Rogatski holding on to that second place position. As now Rogatski's gonna look. Whoa, he almost split the difference between him and Majors. Majors now to the inside of Betts. Close the door on Rogatski. Now Majors sliding by to the inside of Betts. That brings Rogatski along. Majors gets the drive off of turn number 2. Now he's going to knock on the back door of Jakuski. Jakuski, you've got company in the M8 of Dalton Majors and Jesse Rogatski in the Triple X. Side by side, he's got the position now from Jakuski. Jakuski back to third. Majors up to second. Here comes Rogatski down the inside. Rogatski's going to try to drive it to the inside of Benjamin Jakuski in the 7C, but way out in front is a double X of Jordan Rogatski. Being hunted by the M8 Adult Majors side by side for third, and off goes the triple X of Jesse Rogatski, takes over third. Your top 5 is rounded out by the 27 of Don Gerritsen, as we got a 3-pack card near the back of the pack, but way out front right now is the double X of Jordan Rogatski, your race leader. Dalton Majors flies it into turn number 3, trying to settle his way to get a momentum up. Green high in the air, 2 laps to go for the double X of Jordan Rogatski. Jordan Rogatski's got a lap and a half left to go off of turn number 4. He's going to see the white flag this time by. White flag is out, 1 lap to go for Jordan Rogatski. Dalton Majors, don't lose grip now as you've got the triple X of Jesse Rogatski knocking on the back door. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. Battle for second raging on, but off of turn number 4. Your heat race winner is going to be the double X of Jordan Rogatski. The M8 Adult Majors holds on for second. Jesse Rogatski third, followed by Don Gerritsen getting by the 7C of Benjamin Jakuski. Then it's Cole Bentz and Roger DeBoer. But give it up for him, race fans. The double X of Jordan Rogatski, your heat race winner in your modifieds. Now, race fans, is your parade lap for your Worthington Bombers. Give them a wave. They're going to be going green next time by. Whitcomb Miller on the front row, followed by Thompson and Grunwald, driving for Shetler. Row 3 is Bierman and Hoogland. I don't see Bierman. I think he had more troubles in the engine that he could repair here at the track. Tough break for him, but that moves Jones up 1 row. And I don't see Hoogland either. Issues for him as well. That moves everybody up 1 row. 12 laps of distance. Off of turn 4. We're going green this time by. Into turn 1 they go. Miller's got the good drive down the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to drive up, and here comes Grunwald driving that Shetler machine into the second place spot and drives to the high side, looking for that lead. Off of turn number 4, he's at the back bumper, and Miller down the front straightaway. Battle raging on for the third spot, as now to the outside goes a 76 of Aaron Fisher around the 77 of Whitcomb. Whitcomb running out around the bottom. Thompson's got the third spot, but here's a race for the lead. Grunwald riding the Shetler machine to the high line, runs out to round the outside. Round the outside goes the Shetler machine to the lead. Grunwald drives that Shetler machine to the lead over Miller, but Miller's going to battle back to the inside. Now a race forming for that third spot as Fisher goes to the inside of Thompson. Thompson's got company as he looks and sees Fisher go on by to the inside. Now Thompson's going to cross it back over. He's going to go to the low side, try and drive it back side by side for your third race position. Thompson tucks tail back behind the Fisher machine as it goes through turns 1 and 2 and off into the back straightaway. But off of turn number 4, your race leader is still the 17 of Corey Grunwald driving Devin Shetler's machine. Kent Miller holding on to that second place spot as now Scott Jones is calling no joy for the feature. He's going to pull it into the infield, get out of the way of everybody else. Another lap coming into the books as Grunwald drives that 17 machine through turns 1 and 2, hits the midline, but Miller's going to try and chase him down. 77 of Whitcomb calls no joy, pulls into the work area. Lap car going down a lap is the 17J of Chris Johnson, goes a lap down to Grunwald. as we have yet another lap going into the books. Kent Miller now looking to put a lap on Chris Johnson coming off of turn number 2. But through turns 3 and 4, your race leader by a hefty margin is Corey Gromwald driving Evan Shetler's machine. 5 laps to go in this one, as the next battle back is going to be for your third place spot between Fisher and Thompson. Thompson's trying to mount a charge through the midline. Fisher goes to the high line, tries to build up momentum, as now Johnson's going to call no joy pulling in the infield. Another lap goes down for Corey Gromwald, holding a significant lead over Kent Miller of the 23. Your Worthington Bombers going good through this one, as through turns 3 and 4, looking at yet another lap car ahead of him. It's going to be Corey Gromwald and Evan Shetler's number 17. He is driving the number 17 because Evan Shetler could not be here. And in the Worthington Bombers, the points stay with the car. So Corey Gromwald is doing Evan Shetler a favor by driving it for him tonight, as he sees green high in the air. 2 laps to go for Corey Gromwald in the 17. Lap car of the 75 of Robert Jones looks to go a lap down as Corey Gromwald goes to the high side, puts him a lap down, and is going to turn number 3. Through 3 and 4 and off of 4, white flag coming out this time by for the 17 of Corey Gromwald. Into turn number 1, he's got a significant lead over Kent Miller, but Kent Miller's going to try and drive past Robert Jones to put him a lap down. But little too late for a charge, as off of turn number 4, we see the 17 of Corey Gromwald taking the checkered flag for Evan Shetler. Kent Miller takes home the second place spot. Third is going to go to the 76 of Aaron Fisher as they come off of turn number 4. Make that official. It's going to be Aaron Fisher in third, followed by Robert Thompson in the 165 in fourth. And rounding out your top 5 will be the 75 of Robert Jones. So give it up for him, race fans, as number 17 drives. Go, nice, slow, easy pace given by Jernowski as they come to the green flag this time by. It is up, it is out. We are underway in your Sport Compact feature. Contact down the front straightaway. Jernowski, your race leader, but Zach Vanderkeef not getting going as Osler nowhere to go. Went around the high side on a closing door, but here comes Katie DeVries already to the race lead through turns 3 and 4 in 1 lap. Jason Bolte chasing her down now and trying to follow around to get around the 71 of Jernowski. Through turns 1 and 2 for the second time, Bolte to the inside of Jernowski. Jernowski holding the high line, middle line, trying to keep the momentum up, and that's 71. 29X of Bolte goes. Now here comes Brooke Osler looking for that second place battle as well. And from the back of the field, here comes the 7 of Miley Joanne. Battle for that third place spot between Brooke Osler and the 71 of Jernowski, but here little smoke still showing off of Osler's machine. The Osler machine, anytime it gets out of the gas, smoke shows, but doesn't seem for putting too much of a hurt on the cars. Joanne's going to look to the inside of the 71 of Jernowski. Jernowski gets a run down the back straightaway, gets another pass on the 07 of Osler. Osler moves back into the 4th place position into the clutches of the 7 of Joanne. Miley Joanne looking on the back door of the 07 of Osler, now to the inside of the 07 Osler. Joanne's going to go and drive it through turns 1 and 2 and get the position over the 07. Katie DeVries on an island all her own down the front straightaway, clips down another lap. Second is the 29X of Bolte down the front straightaway, nearly straightaway behind. But here comes the 7 of Joanne to the back bumper of the 71 of Jernowski. As they come off of turn number 4, halfway is given to Katie DeVries. 12-lap feature halfway, 6 down, 6 laps to go for your IMCA Sport Compacts, aka Katie DeVries, your race leader. Second is 29X of Jason Bolte. third is Jernowski, but with a back bumper full. Oh, we got trouble for the 07 of Osler. I saw some flames popping out of the exhaust on that one. Car shutting down in the infield. Gonna need a push truck. Down in the front straightaway for the 07 of Brooke Osler. We only get a handful left in this one. Katie DeVries, your race leader. Jason Bolte going to choose the inside line. Jernowski put to the outside. That leaves Joanne in the inside of row 3 to the outside. The 28C of Christopher Vanderkeept as we are green flag racing once again. Bolte to the inside of Katie DeVries as they're going to go into turn number 1. DeVries drives it high and gets the run down the back straightaway, drives away, but here comes Joanne to the outside of Bolte. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. Bolte is the inside. To the outside is the 7 of Joanne. Joanne's got the run on the high side, trying to find the way around. Bolte gonna cross it over, look to the inside. Here comes Joanne for that battle for the second place spot. Tucks tail behind Bolte. Off of turn number 4 once again. 8K of Katie DeVries, still your race leader, but Joanne's battling for that second place position. The number 7 of Miley Joanne has a hot rod tonight, driving from the outhouse, driving up towards the top floor. Through turns 3 and 4, once again, Bolte, your second place position. Looking to the inside is the 7 of Joanne. Miley Joanne to the inside of Bolte, but gets a little bobble, doesn't quite make contact. That's a good move. Down the back straightaway they go. Bolte trying to hold off a hard charge of Joanne. 2 laps to go this time by for the 8K of Katie DeVries. Straightaway advantage over the 29X of Bolte and the 7 of Miley Joanne. That is your best battle on track for the time being. This time by the flag stand, the 8K of Katie DeVries once again takes the white flag. 1 lap to go for the 8K. To the outside now goes the 7 of Miley Joanne into turn number 1 and 2. Tries to build up momentum. What does Miley Joanne have for Bolte through the final corners? Speaking of final corners, off of the final corners, the 8K of Katie DeVries sees the double checker flags. As they come down the straightaway, here comes Bolte securing that second place position. Third goes to Joanne. Fourth is going to go to the 71 of Jernowski. And the top 5 will round out by the 04Z of Zach Vanderkeept. What a run, race fans. Give it up to her. The 8K of Katie DeVries out of Spencer, your feature winner in the IMCA Sport Compacts, brought to you by Seabisma Graphics. Ladies and gentlemen, off of turn number 4, these are the bad boys. The IMCA Modifieds, brought to you by Big Orbs on Parade. We're going to be going green next time by for 15 laps of distance. Who's going to be the joker? Who's going to be the thief? As they come off of turn number 4, green's going to come out. We are underway in your IMCA Modifieds. Off to the early race lead with a hard charge off of turn number 2. It's the Triple X of Jesse Rogatsky. Jordan Rogatsky in second place spot with Don Garrettson hunting him down. Dalton Majors made his way to 4th, and here comes Paul's Rock. Paul's Rock from the back row made his way up into the 5th place spot as now Majors looks to the inside of the 27 of Don Garrettson. Don Garrettson's got company as a bobble by Jordan Rogatsky opens the door. Opens the door for 27 of Don Garrettson to look to the inside of Jordan Rogatsky. Majors is looking for any way he can to get around Garrettson, but he's got 2 cars ahead of him now. Jordan Rogatsky, you got company into turn number 1. Garrettson to the low side. Jordan Rogatsky to the outside, bobbles a little bit, hit side by side, missed the wall just a bit, but bobbled up, left the door open. Here comes Majors now to come around Jordan Rogatsky for that position. Deeper in the field now, now Paulsrock's falling back as Cole Benson, Paulsrock side by side, little bobble, almost made a little contact between those two. Side by side for position between, oh, Roger DeBoer goes around. Turn 3 and 4, Roger DeBoer gets it going, yellow is out though, yellow is out. He got it going, but not in time. Roger DeBoer spins out in turn 3 and 4. Nice and easy pace. Rogatski sets as we come into turns 3 and 4. Majors look into the inside, but the gas is down. Rogatski with the lead over into turn number 1. Majors to the inside of Garrettson there, side by side for the second place spot. Now Majors looking to the inside once again, throws it in deep, but Garrettson's got the line around the midline. Side by side deeper in the field between Jakuski and Paulsrock. Jordan Rogatski holding on to that fourth place spot ahead of Jakuski as there was a bobble by Paulsrock. He falls back into the clutches of DeBoer. Cole Benz calls no joy, pulls it into the infield. Battle for the race lead between Jesse Rogatski and Don Garrettson Jr. Down the back straightaway. Inside goes the 27 of Garrettson. And he's going to sit up to the high side, build the momentum once again as Rogatski gets the lead back on him. Yellow is out once again. Yellow is out for Chris Paulsrock in the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Trouble for the C5 of Chris Paulsrock. Lights are out. We're going to be going green this time by Jesse Rogatski, your race leader. Don Garrettson to the inside. Puts Majors to the outside as we are off. Racing once again into turn number 1. Rogatski gets the early advantage off of that restart. He drives it off of turn number 2, gets a plentiful lead over the second place of Don Garrettson. Garrettson had a bumper full of Majors for a moment there, but now they're settled out. Paulsrock looking to the inside of Jordan Rogatski for that 5th place position. Both of them bobbling up, but they're still side by side down the front straightaway. Jordan Rogatski, puts the bumper to Paulsrock as Paulsrock slammed the door. That opens the door for Roger DeBoer to get up there and challenge Jordan for that position. Battle for the race lead heating up as we got Don Garrettson to the low side trying to drive up underneath the triple X of Jesse Rogatski. Rogatski's got the line around the high side, but Garrettson's trying to find something down low. Look at the run he tries to get as he goes down into turn 1, but has to think better of it coming off of turn number 2. Got to build that momentum up on the high side, try to drive a slider next time if you can. But green is up, green is high, it is 2 laps to go this time by. Rogatski sees the green high, and with 2 laps to go, he knows he's got a hard charging Don Garrettson behind him. But this time by, he's got a white flag to look at. He's got 1 lap to hold him off. Jesse Rogatski, your race leader. Don Garrettson behind him with Dalton Majors in 3rd. Down the back straightaway they go through turns 3 and 4. A little bobble as now Rogatski drives it down the front straightaway. Double checkers for Jesse Rogatski. Don Garrettson is 2nd, Dalton Majors in 3rd. Then it's Jakuski, Paulsrock, Jordan Rogatski, and Roger DeBoer, your field. Give it up for him, race fans. He comes flying by the front straightaway on a cool down lap. He hit the green off of turn number 2 and drove it straight to the front, never looked back. The triple X of Jesse Rogatski.